Hello, everybody. This is Rock My Bean again, and this is Mark.
And I'm John.
And today we are doing Led Zeppelin, John Bonham, which he is amazing drummer from 1980s. 70s, sorry.
Yes.
And he is a great drummer from Led Zeppelin. And he is just like a good rock star, just like Neil Peart and other people.
Exactly. He's one of the top, I consider, 5 rock drummers of all time. I wanted to do John Bonham a while ago, but we had other people to do. We finally get to John Bonham because some people asking me, where's John Bonham? You haven't done John Bonham. How can you do Neil Peart and non-John Bonham and Ian Pace and the rest of them? Well, you know, there's a lot of other drummers out there that are very good. But John Bonham was the first drummer that inspired me on a level that I just wasn't. Yes, Ian Pace was great, and Bill Ward was great, and other drummers were great. But before Neil Peart came along, John Bonham was the drummer I wanted to play most like.
Okay.
Because he had just such a great groove, and his playing was so amazing. He did a solo called Moby Dick.
Moby Dick.
After the whale in the novel, the story.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's the famous solo of John Bonham, and we're going to watch this solo. It's one of the greatest ever recorded.
Yeah.
And he was a very special drummer. And his son is playing now, but we're going to watch a show from Seattle in 1977. So are you ready?
Yes.
Here we go.
Starting with the snare drum here.
Yep.
Doesn't it have any shirt?
No, he's got a t-shirt.
No, but what is that?
Oh, t-shirt with no song. It's hot on stage with the lights on. When I've been bands where I never wore a shirt, it was too hot. He has the tambourine on his hi-hat, just like you do.
Yeah. How old was John Bonham when he started drumming?
He was into his 20s when he was with Led Zeppelin. Yeah.
Nothing go on.
Yep, that's the thing. And everybody should have fire around him.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd be on fire in the concert.
I cannot believe Led Zeppelin is still around.
Well, they're not. They haven't played since he died. They haven't played since 1980.
I thought his son is playing.
His son is playing, but not in Led Zeppelin. After he died, they said that there's no point going on anymore because, you know, not John Bonham, it isn't Led Zeppelin. So he's keeping that hi-hat going like this for his timekeeper.
Yeah.
A lot of snare work here. Triplets, telescope rolls, turns. He's on the stage, yeah. You can hear him.
He's doing just snare drum?
I know he's playing old Tom, bass drum, mostly snare drum.
Right here?
Yep.
Doors.
Oh yeah, we'll do him too. He's good. A lot of things with the snare drum. A lot. Wow. Here we go. Let the tones. Yeah, you know what? Triplets and parallels. Just keeping that time. Change the beat. Bass higher, bass higher. Let's play the gaps.
He did a good pattern.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah.
Great little groove.
Yeah.
Wow. He had a lot of power too. He hit really hard. He had a lot of power in his drum parts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could play one of their songs.
Very hard because you gotta play the drum parts.
Yeah?
Again, his drum parts are deceptively hard. They look easy until you try playing it. You're like,
Yeah.
oh man, that's hard. Yeah. Now he's gonna go faster.
Look at drummer from Iron Maiden.
had one bass drum pedal and one bass drum. You could have a double bass. You had one bass drum, one pedal, and you went fast on that bass drum. Yeah.
Oh, that's because of the bass drum I didn't.
Oh, he's fast.
That's because of the bass drum I cannot do that.
One of the big reasons, yeah. playing the snare drum without the snares on.
Ah.
It sounds like a tom-tom.
Yeah.
Creating a new beat, new rhythm.
I'm gonna find somebody who will play the pipes. They're kind of cool.
Pipes.
Yeah.
Faster, like you like to do. Faster and faster.
Yeah, faster and faster. That's why I'm playing you too.
Yep.
Very quiet drum roll.
Okay, now he's playing with his hands. Bare hands. Like bongo drums. He's playing with his hands. Play with your hands, that hurts. Yes. Yeah. Oh yeah. Lights coming out. He's got like smoke, you know, fog machine. But he's playing kettle drums. He has two kettle drums.
Yeah, just like I was telling you when we were
Exactly. Here, he's playing the kettle drums.
Yeah. Bing, bing,
Yeah.
bing, 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 bing.
It's got a very distinctive sound.
Yeah.
Kettle drum.
I cannot see it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. You can hear him.
Bing, 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 bing.
Yeah, we can.
Meow, 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 meow.
Yeah, it does, yeah. There he is.
Electric drums?
No. There weren't any back then. They were all acoustic.
So what is that noise?
I think John Paul Jones is playing the keyboard.
Just like Blondie.
Yeah, it's like that. So, yeah.
Yeah. It is very dark in there.
I know. I can't see anything.
I can't see.
I can't see anything.
like aliens are invading the world.
It does, yeah. John Paul Jones is the bass player. He also plays keyboards. He's doing something with a synthesizer.
Oh.
He's adding that to the drums. To get that.
It's like they're hitting the lights.
The lights are going on and off based on his like your lights do.
So dark. Can you see him?
Not really.
What is that song?
It's part of the solo.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, nice.
Bam! The gong! Who is the guitarist of Led Zeppelin?
Boom! Nice. And that was John Bonham playing Moby Dick in Seattle in 1977. The last show they did in the United States
Yes.
before he died. Mm-hmm. They were going to come and he died, and I think that's the case. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, they were going to tour Into the Outdoor, and he died before they could do that. I believe. I'm not sure exactly, but anyway, this is one of the last shows he ever did, and his greatest solo. It's a long one, but his precision and his power and his speed is just exceptional. Now, John Henry Bonham was an English musician. This is from Wikipedia. Best known as the drummer for the rock band Led Zeppelin. Esteemed for his speed, power, fast single-footed kick drum. He could play real fast on that bass drum.
Yeah.
Distinctive sound and feel for groove. He is regarded as one of the greatest and most influential rock drummers of history. He died in 1980, September 25th. And he was the greatest rock drummer in my life until Neil Peart came along from Rush and took me to another level. Excuse me. Now, that isn't to say John Bonham wasn't as good as Neil. There were two entirely different styles of drumming. Neil had one style, John had another, Ian Pace had another.
Danny Seraphine.
Yep, had another. They all had different styles of drumming. But I don't think they're, I hate to say who's the best and who's the second best. When you get skill this good, Neil Peart, John Bonham, Ian Pace, some of these guys, you can't say who's the best.
Yes.
Because they're all equally fantastic.
Yes.
And I'm sure there are drummers out there today that we don't know about who are as good as any of these guys.
Yes.
But as far as guys that are well known and played for major bands,
Yeah.
John Bonham was at the very top of the list.
Yes.
And he'll be that way for a very long time. And in my generation, he'll always be the best, if not one of the top 4 or 5 greatest drummers of all time.
Yes.
Hands down.
Yeah.
And his speed on a single bass drum, he go brr, 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 in speed I can't duplicate very much. I can play it a couple times and then I lose it. But he could just do it over and over again, and it was incredible. His control of the bass drum pedal. Which a lot of drummers learning drums, they never learn the bass drum that well. And he had a command of the bass drum, which is very important when you learn to be a drummer. So awesome watching John Bonham. What do you think of John Bonham?
He is a very good drummer.
Yeah.
He has very clean drum rolls. He is a top of the list, just like Neil Peart, just like Ian Pace, just like you mentioned, and I would put him 10 on 10. And especially a great band, Led Zeppelin, which is I cannot play it.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you think of this solo? What did you like best about the solo?
Oh my goodness! I got so many positive things about the solo that I can make a long list about it.
What part did you like the
best? But you know what? I like the part when he was doing those dynamics. He was doing dynamically the double stroke rolls. I wouldn't.
Yes, yeah.
I wouldn't do that.
That's very hard. Stick control and being able to He had a lot of dynamics in his solo. He would get quieter, and louder, and quieter, and louder, and keep coming back and forth. And that not only, but it kept the interest of the solo is like 16 minutes long.
Yeah.
So to keep people's interest, you can't just play the same volume. You got to come down and go up and come down. And go up. And that's what he did.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for joining us on this Rock My Bean and watching the famous one and only John Bonham of Led Zeppelin. And, you know, when he died, Led Zeppelin just threw in the towel and said, we're done. Because you can't replace John Bonham.
No.
There's no way to replace that guy. So there was no reason to go on. And I was in college when he died, and there was a guy next to me in my class, big John Bonham Led Zeppelin fan, and he started crying. When he heard about it, he came in and he started crying. Yeah. He was so broken up by the fact John Bonham died, and it was the end of Led Zeppelin. And I remember I just bought their new album, Into the Outdoor, when it happened. I was like, oh my gosh, he's dead. So that's the end of the band. Yeah. They're around for about a decade, but when he died, there was no reason to carry the band on anymore.
How old was he when he died?
Well, let's see. I think he had to be 48, 58, 68, 58, 68, 78.
I wonder
he was about 32 years old.
I wonder what happened.
Well, he didn't like touring.
Yeah.
I mean, touring with the band around the world because he had to leave his family. And he hated leaving his family. And he just hated leaving his family. Yeah. And so he started drinking before the tour, and he drank himself to death. Oh. So he ended up leaving his family permanently, which, wasn't the better choice. But anyway, his son has picked up in his stead, and he is playing out there and trying to play his dad's parts. He has actually joined Jimmy Page and other members of Led Zeppelin and played some shows with them. Mm-hmm. And he does a very good job. And he carries on his dad's name, and he plays somewhat like his dad does. Yeah. But his dad is just a one-in-a-lifetime experience, and there'll never be another John Bonham. And it was sad to see him go, but we have this excellent record of him playing, and we'll always have it. And great future generations like Mark's can learn to appreciate these guys, their lives, and the skills and the talent they had for their instrument.
From 1966 to 1930... He was ending 29 years old.
Well, he was born 1948 and he died 1980. But so anyway, that was John Bonham's career, and we had to do John Bonham, obviously. I was putting it off because I really wanted to do this long solo. Yeah. Because you got to do the whole Moby Dick. You can't just do parts of it. Yeah. Well, that's all we have for this show. We hope you've enjoyed spending your time with us, and we're glad you joined us for this.
Yeah.
Please like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share this video with others. And if you don't subscribe, it helps the channel if you subscribe.
Yeah.
As always, we're glad to have, Mark is glad to have you here. I'm glad to have you here, and we will see you again next time.
Next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.